We should be live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Venture Maidens podcast. Oh my god, it is so hot. Where I am, I feel like my brain is melting. But hopefully that'll make for a hot, spicy, loopy episode, I guess. I don't know. Hi everybody. Sorry, Brittany wasn't able to join us tonight. She had some issues getting her internet set up. Basically, she was betrayed by AT&T. So she will be back joining us next episode in 2 weeks, but she is back in town, all settled into her new place. So we will have her back soon, and we're very excited about it. But tonight you're just stuck with these chuckle fucks. So.
You know what? That's very appropriate for who
I wasn't expecting that.
I accept this title.
Yeah, I'm ready. My body is ready.
Like I said, it's gonna be a weird night. Guys, buckle in, strap up, put your strap-ons on. I don't know. Hi, welcome to the Venture Maidens podcast. My name is Celeste Konowich, and I will be your dungeon master.
I'm Nassim Etzman, and I'm playing your human monk, Sayonor. Whapow!
Brilliant. Today I will be your bedazzled barbarian, Cara Hilda.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I will be playing your tiefling sorcerer, and I want to do a sound effect too, so...
Ooh, mouth sounds, the podcast.
Enjoy that later, Celeste.
I will, thank you for that gift. But anyway, welcome, yes, everyone. I'm excited to play tonight. I had to, change things around a little bit last minute, so things are gonna get crazy. It's gonna get wild. But before we get into that, what happened? What happened last time on Venture Maidens? Please tell me.
Oh, we arose triumphantly from the fucking pits of hell. That is the basement of the mansion in Carleona.
But you didn't love it? I loved it.
It was a good time.
You
Put bugs on me one more time, Celeste, I swear to God.
Bugs crawling out of Ferris' nose.
No.
Sage loved it.
I became the rat queen, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, man.
And
You
a
do
bunny,
you.
too. You became so many things.
Buddy. Yes, we wrote and we spoke to Amalthea and we're like, hey, what the fuck's up with your basement? You might want to have some exterminators come in because this shit is rank. You have a problem. And she's like, oh dear, I did not expect that. I'm so glad you're alive. And we Yep. And we told her about everything that happened, and Farrah told her about her vision, and she wasn't mad, she was just disappointed that Farrah is leaving.
I was just disappointed.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Which is worse than anger.
You went mom on us.
I just want your approval, Mom.
But she gave me a great present anyway.
Oh,
I got that
yes, she
sick
did.
necklace.
Yeah, what
So.
kind of necklace was it?
It was the necklace of healing, which is basically like the staff of healing, but not, so I don't have to carry 2 staves like an idiot.
Like a dummy. Yep.
So I'm really excited about that because I know all about that item and I'm good to go to use it. And then we took a nice bath. We had some meats and cheeses and some one bottle of wine.
Yes, just one.
We noted Carl's perfect ween. And
Yes.
we were sad.
This recap is already so on point. You are recalling more details than any other recap.
It's so true. You know that circlet of human perfection. You know, it's just perfect. And then we finally got back to our safe house, and we filled everyone in about what happened and what's been going on, and that we got Amalthea's approval and vote for our bill that we're proposing to the council. And we almost had a threesome with Farrah, Gidget, and Cara, but not quite.
I rolled for it. It could have happened.
Almost. That next time. And then we pretty much got ready to go to the grand tourney. And then we got there, and this entourage of drow was like, "Oh, I'm hoity-toity. You're a dwarf. I'm going to kill you." That I say with subtext. "Oh, you hit me. Oh, I'm going to make a scene." It was bad.
Yeah.
It was infuriating.
That's exactly how it happened. I remember.
Yeah. Do you remember their names by any chance?
No, I was too mad.
That's fair. Kara was super mad. Yep. So they introduced themselves. One of them, the female drow, was named Baltana, and she was with a male drow named Nelfian.
That's right. That sounded familiar. Yes.
Baltana and Nelfian.
Yes.
And they're like, "Oh yes, Arafel sends her regards. Oh, I'm a bitch. Bye-bye."
Good.
And I told her to step the fuck off of
Yeah.
my family.
You did. You're like, "I'll forget you. Bye." And it was like, I remember when I was editing that, I was like, "Oh damn." Got me the second time.
Oh Lord.
And how did we end?
I won things, didn't I? Or no, I got second place.
There
But
was some
how did
guy
it
that I don't know that you
end?
met up with too, in the back, and you were excited.
Oh, that's right. Rana has returned.
Yes, Rana returned.
Hmm.
Yeah, Rana, definitely know that guy.
He's like, "We need to talk."
Yep. Yeah, so that's a good recap, everybody. That was great. Yes, so that is where we are starting off. You had all been at this grand tourney, which is this huge event that takes place during the Great Council. This is like what everybody travels here for. The Sisters of Sorrow have their own tent area. You all have been hanging out for like 4 or 5 days at this point. Some of you tried your hand at some events. Some of you have been just hanging out with Valerius, having a good time, getting to meet people. It's all this very, very festive occasion while you're basically waiting for this to be done so you can head off with Ravane to your next task, helping him with some patrols. So, yes, when last we had left off, I believe it was day 4 of the tournament, and you had just had this altercation with the drow. Kara had stomped off, and Saye had noticed a piece of paper flittering by the table, seemingly of its own accord. And as she had turned back, she had seen a familiar figure kind of tucked away behind the tent. Rana, who was the Air Genasi who you didn't leave on the best terms with when last we ran into him. So he had kind of sheepishly ushered you over, Saye, and said that we need to talk. And Saye had like hugged him, and he seems very confused, and that's where we're starting.
Sorry, it's okay. Sorry, it's just good to see you and know you're okay. Where did you come from?
Well, and he's looking at you, searching like to see if you're like secret mad or if like this is a trap. Or something. You can see him roll the insight check as he looks at you. We shouldn't. Yeah, we shouldn't speak out here. Do you have somewhere we can talk privately?
We could probably find a tent. Our tent. Do we have a tent?
You do. You all have your own individual tents, and then right now you're standing right next to that large open-air tent that has like your, like your feast tables and your main lounging area.
Okay, I'll take him to my tent. Should I get Kara or Blush?
Yes, grab Kara and Arnadel if you will.
Oh well, actually, Arnie isn't around right now. She's kind of doing her own thing. But she's gonna come back at some point. I'm sure she's doing fine, crushing it. I gotta find
Poor Saye.
All right. Well, I'll wait here if you can grab them.
That's funny. Did he see Arnadel come back to life? Was he there for that? We disappeared.
Was there for that.
Oh, okay.
And he saw whatever the hell Rem did to the master in that temple. You didn't see what Rem did.
Rem busting, like, resurrected Arnadel and was like, "Y'all need to go. I got some business to take care of." And she was like,
Yeah, wait for me outside.
Man, I
She
wish I
was
could listen to that episode again.
clearly ready to cut a bitch.
Anyway, what is your alter ego name right now, Kara?
Oh, Carl.
Oh, geez, of course. Carl. All right, I'll go find them. And I'm gonna leave.
Hurry. And he like looks around and kind of sits on a chair, trying to be casual.
I'm assuming if he's here, it's like something serious is happening. So she's just kind of getting right down to business. But yeah.
You find Carl making a friendship bracelet for Gidget as she's like whacking things with wrenches and trying to make them go.
Yeah, Gidget has given you a project, like, and sat you down in a corner to, like, get you to, you know.
Oh, Carl, there's
So Kara is Kara right now.
Oh, that's right, because that's right. They're like, why bother being disguised?
Like, you're gonna be around so many people.
People expect you, to look like you.
Oh,
Anyway.
someone asked if this is open shirt Rana or formal Rana. I did say he is wearing a lot of black and silver right now. He's pretty covered up. He had a large, like, hood over his face at this point, so he is formal Rana. For all of you asking. No open shirt, no billowing chest hair today.
That's okay. We all remember in our hearts.
You know it's still there. And that's what counts.
Right. Yeah, so Kara looking as her usual dwarven self is in the corner, like fiddling with something for Gidget.
Hey, you're looking great.
Wow, what's up?
So Rana is here.
Wait, the blue dude?
Yeah. I don't know why yet, but he's like covered himself up, and I don't know what's happening, but I assume it can't be good. He wants to talk to us.
Okay, all right. Babe, I'll be right back. And Kara like waves at her and follows Saye.
And we go back to our tent.
Yeah, and as you return, he like stands up immediately, very much on edge, like very, very clearly on edge. And when he sees it's both of you, you know, his sort of relaxes. It's good to see you both. Well, I'm afraid I have ill tidings. Rem sent me to speak with you directly.
Whoa, what?
Have you been in contact with Rem this whole time? Or
I have been working with her for a while, since she left.
Wow, all right. So what did she need to tell us?
Essentially, she thought it was too dangerous to come herself, but she needs to send a message. There is something bad moving north, close up to North Point. The drow are up to something. We've seen resources being taken to their underground lairs. More of them are coming closer to the surface. We fear they are preparing for some kind of attack. And Rem fears that while you are down here playing this game, she seems to think it'd be, there is actually something very nefarious moving up north.
Okay. And you guys don't know what exactly?
We haven't had the resources without the full weight of the Sisters of Sorrow behind us, but we have seen, on the surface at least, they are bringing in shipments of lumber or all kinds of strange things. We've been seeing their slaves, their Duergar, bringing these things to them in the mountain range directly around North Point. We feel they are preparing for something.
Well, yeah, that doesn't sound very good. I don't know. We're kind of stuck in the middle of this mission right now. and we're almost done. Really, we just need to see through, and I don't know how long all this lasts, but
Well, I mean, Kristoff and all of them and Isolde are here to take care of all this political shit. And I mean, we're not doing any like big important events. I don't know. I think we should tell Kristoff and
I
go
would
check this out.
recommend not. Rem
Why?
seems concerned about their actions here, and the fact that this is all so conveniently timed. Well, we're not really sure who we can trust anymore at this point. We are asking you to let Ravain know, and when you do come up north, to be ready for whatever might default.
I'm just gonna roll an insight check because I'm finding it like a little too fat. I don't think Saya would immediately think that he's been talking to Rem. I don't know. Suddenly, I just don't trust it.
Sure, go ahead and roll me an insight check.
It seems really well timed that you just come up here in the middle of all this.
Oh God, my insight is not great either. 12.
He seems very earnest as he's telling you all this. He seems distressed, nervous, like you might expect, sneaking in here and trying to not, have your cover blown by the rest of the Sisters of Sorrow, who are also all-powerful individuals in their own right.
Well, I think if anything, maybe they should go with you, Kristoff and Isolde, because I mean, there's a target on Kara's back, and I don't think it'd be useful to put her in the middle of or even traveling alone back.
Yeah, the drow are literally trying to kill me. I've got matron mother on my back who is trying to finish off the rest of my bloodline. Casual business.
Well, Rem feels that makes you more qualified than anyone to confront this threat. And she begs you to remind you that Isolde is cousin to the Tsarina, who seems to be working with the drow for this moment. There's a lot going on here. And we warn you just to be careful of who you trust. Things are unraveling in a concerning way.
All right.
But I probably shouldn't stay here too much longer. If there's anything you want me to tell her, or...
Wait, so, alright. So wait, you want us to tell Ravain, though, to let him know that we're going up north and about the situation.
Perhaps, well, yes, I mean, it's his fort that's coming under attack here. And I know you do intend to move up north, do you not?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. We should go find him.
Yeah, all right. Let's go get Farah.
Farah?
Oh, she's like, Arnie is gone. The sister sent us someone else, so she's like the new kid on the block.
She's wonderful.
Ah, well, I suppose we could all use a few more allies these days.
Yeah, I mean, the more the merrier.
I do have to say I'm glad that you let me speak with you. I know we didn't end on the best of terms, and for that I regret much.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sorry really for the way I left things. Obviously, it was a really heartbreaking thing to witness and devastating to see your best friend go through that, and I just lashed out at you and wanted to leave. So I didn't handle things very well, but I don't know how I could have really expected you to know what was going to happen.
If I had known at all what they intended, I absolutely would not have led you there like that. My ties have been severed to them, to all of this. And, well, I suppose I'm grateful Rem took me in when she did. I didn't really have anywhere else to go after all of that.
Yeah, I bet not.
Well, how long have you been in contact with Rem?
Mm.
Where has she been? Has she been at the keep? Because she kind of swooped in on one of our last missions, so...
She and I have been around, keeping an eye on things.
Out of character, how long in actual time has it been since?
It's been about a month? 3 to 4 weeks?
Man, so much has happened. All right, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
you
cool,
all
cool,
have
cool.
been in Chasiana or in the Mother's Delta for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
With
yeah.
With all the
We've really
travel
grown and
everything.
adapted.
Yeah.
We've become new people.
Yeah. Is there anything you wish me to tell her?
Kara looks at you like, are we going? Are we doing this?
I think it makes sense. I can't leave them behind, and I feel like it was what we're going to do anyway. And what's her name is apparently really distracted with her cousin. It's starting to sound like. I mean, we've been wasting time here.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. I can't think of anything to say to Rem.
That's okay. Just let her know we'll be there.
If trouble befalls you, one of us is never far away. But I should go. And he pulls the hood back up over, so concealing his pale blue features and that tousled hair once again. And he draws the black cloak tighter over himself and steps out into the street, leaving you all in the tent. With a slight gust, the flap closes and he's gone.
Once Kara is sure that she doesn't hear his footsteps or that he's out of earshot, she's gonna lean into Salye and be like, I'm totally gonna tell Kristoff.
Yeah, I mean, we can at least tell him. I feel like someone needs to know the fact that we chose to leave. They don't think that someone just fucking murdered you or something.
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to just run away without telling anyone.
He doesn't have to tell Zold.
And I can't believe that Kristoff would be behind anything nefarious like that. That would be really out of character for him.
Yeah, I don't think he would either. Well, let's get Farah and Kristoff.
Yeah. And all right, we go to find Farah. What's she been up to?
You find Farah under a food tent with just this plate just stacked up and balancing it with an ale tankard sort of thing. Fancy wine. I don't know what this party's like.
You can easily find either. There's the fancy tent and then there's the rowdy boys tent, whatever you're looking for.
She's at the rowdy boys tent.
Yeah.
And she's just lumbering back, trying not to bump into people. She's you guys, and she's just cheese?
Oh my god, I'm starving. And Kara grabs a handful.
Oh no, the bloat is real tonight. I'm gonna hold off. Thank you.
I got grapes too. I don't know. Whatever you're feeling. Okay. Anyway,
Carrot
what's up,
sticks.
guys? She's she's that person getting a little bit of everything at the buffet,
Oh
yeah. So you
grab some hummus.
Hummus. Yeah, she's you guys looking a little cooler, more somber, I guess, than when I last saw you. Kara, how you doing? You were pissed. Let's lay it out there.
It is what it is.
Cool.
That will get dealt with one way or another. On that note, we had, remember about Blue Boy that I told you about, who was like really handsome?
Oh yeah, is he here?
Well, he was just here, but he just left, and he told us that, and then Car like hushes her voice, that there's a whole, that Drow are up to something weird up at North Point. Like, they're like, it seems like they're assembling resources in an army, or are planning some kind of strike. And oh my god, I totally just forgot his name. Rana sent us a message from Rem saying that we should go up there and investigate the situation.
Oh.
Oh, if you don't know Rem, she's the former commander of the Sisters of Sorrow before Kristoff.
Yeah, no, I have no idea who that is, or really hardly anything. But I mean, if we gotta go, we gotta go. You go where fate takes you. So she just kind of like chugs a bit of her like ale, and she just kind of like hands her food plate and ale to some random walking by, and she's like, we're going now. We're
The
doing this.
halfling's like, hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Have fun. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm down.
And off we go.
So, you going to find Kristoff, or did you want to talk to Ravane, or...
Yeah, we gotta talk to Kristoff and Ravane.
Should we talk? Let's talk to Ravane first.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we saunter over to his tent.
Yeah, and activity is pretty low at his tent right now. It's been pretty like rowdy, pretty raucous this entire time, but right now maybe everybody's hungover or whatever, but everybody's like pretty quiet. But you see there is the large central tent. There are people who are passing in and out of that area. You see that there are lots of like teenagers who are walking back and forth with like pieces of armor, walking in and out of the tent with like wine glasses, and you begin to recognize it looks like 3 different pages, perhaps, that are cycling back in and out of this specific tent.
All right, yeah. So Kara goes through.
Yeah, and as you look inside, you see this is clearly like the personal quarters for Ravane here, and he is in the center of the room right now with his arms outstretched, and these pages are like lashing on a full suit of plate armor onto him, and you see one is like in the corner like polishing a helmet, and then a couple of them are sanding. Would Car know what a lance is?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So they're sanding a series of lances, and you see that the third one is like painting all of them with a new shiny coat of paint.
Yeah, Kara sees it. She's like, getting ready for the big jousting event.
Yes. The joust is tomorrow, and intending, of course, to win again this year.
Naturally. Listen, you need to send out all your people because we got some serious business to talk about.
Okay. And he looks at everybody, and they're kind of like looking back at him. He's like, well, you heard her. Get out. Go get some chilled wine or something. Go, take a break. And the pages are, oh, okay. There's like one tiefling girl who's just like, she points at the lance. He's like, it'll dry. And she's like, okay, it'll dry. And he's like, okay. And she runs out of the tent. And you are alone.
That was a great description of how he cleared out the room.
Yeah, so Kara like leans in, in like a very trying to be like very quiet.
He's like, he like tries to, he like puts a hand on your shoulder to like get down off the stool, and is like clank clank. Like this is ceremonial plate armor too.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like way more for show than practicality. And you're also meant to be sitting on a big ass horse when you ride this, so he can barely like move his legs.
Very
at this
very
point.
rigid.
Yeah.
So there's some shit going down, or about to be going down, at North Point. We've had word from Rem that there are some drow who are moving in resources, and it's looking like they're planning some kind of strike at North Point while we're all up here doing this fucking tournament bullshit.
Um, Rem? Rem is involved now with the Sisters of Star? I thought she was.
She's been kind of on the fringes. Yeah.
I see. And you trust this information source?
Uh, I would rather go and find out and activate their trap than not go at all and have the worst happen.
All right. Well, I mean, if we are dealing with multiple drow forces, I don't see what sending the three of you alone would accomplish. If he takes a minute to think, can you hold out for a couple more days? We can finish this and then we can move up. And I have some mercenary bands I can call. I can contact them and have them meet us at North Point. So we'll have forces when we arrive.
Kara looks at both Farah and Saye to. What do you guys think?
There's no other way to bring forces in now.
I would have to send messengers out, get a hold of these people. I can do it fast, but not that fast. We're talking moving significant amounts of people. If you're talking about a drow invasion, which it sounds like you're talking about, we're going to need some serious firepower.
Well, we didn't really ask too many questions, but I guess we'll have to wait.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna win, we're gonna win. But also, I don't think that going in without all the help we can get is smart if it's gonna be an army. I'm great, but I can't keep you all alive against an army.
Drow are proud creatures. If all of the drow here, if the drow here have anything to do with this, and he like cracks a gauntleted fist in a very bad way, one of them would probably get back there and be involved in this. I can't imagine them moving without their key leaders.
But Rem kind of pointed out the fact that it's the timing that is the most unsettling thing. And I think if we wait for this whole tournament business to be over, that defeats the whole purpose of the fact that they need our help right now.
We can move when the joust ends. If you can give me 2 days. The Great Council lasts well beyond that. We've got weeks and weeks of this. Perhaps that will be quick enough.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, we can go there and try and suss out what in the hell's going on, and we can send word back to you.
Well, if you give me 2 days, I can go with you. This is the biggest event of the council, and if I were to leave now, it would bring not only suspicion, it would ruin whatever advantage we had. It would...
Yeah, definitely.
If there's one event that everyone is going to be watching, and everybody is going to be watching who is watching, it is the joust. If you
need to be there for that, though?
If the three of you disappear, it will be noticed.
If everybody's going to be at that event, it would be silly for us to not show up and make our presence known there, I think.
Yeah. I think we should talk to Kristoff. Hear what he has to say. He is in charge after all.
It is very strange that this Rem, who has been, let go, demoted, that she is telling you this and told you not to tell your commander.
Yeah, right? That's exactly. But, Isolde's cousin to the queen, and the queen's been talking it up with these drow, so it's kind of like
I do not pretend to know what the Tsarina's ends are with that. But I'm sure if she suspected the drow were moving against North Point or any part of her kingdom, she wouldn't stand for that. I've known her for she wouldn't stand for it.
Well, who knows? Could be something personal.
Well, I will send out my messengers and I will get as many as I can to North Point. So when we arrive, they'll be waiting and ready to move. We'll do it quickly and quietly.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. Well, smile as you leave. We definitely did not just talk about this. Help me up.
Yeah, Kara just like tells the punchline of a joke and laughs and be like, ah, as she like helps him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farrah will help on the other side, and as she's doing it, she's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm Farrah. Nice to meet you."
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Ravain Varys. And he holds out a gloved hand, and he is pretty. He's real pretty when he smiles at you.
The pleasure is mine. And she like helps him up, but then like keeps her hand on his gauntlet for a little extra second, and then she's like, "Well, I'll see you around then."
Will you be at the joust tomorrow?
I'll be cheering you on for sure.
Excellent.
And then as we're walking out, she's like, "I like him."
Sorry, I'm just dying.
Don't do that.
Yeah, and as you pass out the doors, the flaps, you see the 3 pages are like sitting directly outside, and like the tiefling girl's like,
Oh, go on in. You're good.
yeah, she gives you like some big thumbs up and scurries like back in with her paintbrush in hand, and leads the other 2 back in there. So yeah,
let's go find Kristoff.
you can absolutely go find Kristoff, and it takes you a while, like kind of poking around. You make your way back to the Maiden Sisters of Sorrow tent, and you walk into his personal tent, and you see he is very much doing the same thing. He is like suiting up, and it's a little bit more weather-worn, actually battle-scarred plate mail that he's dressing up into, and Valerius is helping. He's like flicking his hands, and the pieces of armor are moving and attaching. Some lances are being laid out, and he turns. Yes, how can I help?
Oh yeah, you look so defeated.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Why, baby? Why?
Because I feel like everyone is mistrustful of each other, and I like just suspecting everyone, and it's just, I don't know what to believe now. Everyone keeps questioning everyone's orders. Or at least I started that, and now other people are doing it, and it's working.
Politics. This arc is about a lot of politics.
I hate politics.
I just want to smash.
Aya hates politics. Like, I just want to make everything okay.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. We have to head back soon, right after the joust.
I'm heading out with Ravain.
Yeah.
Is
that cool?
I mean,
you guys can stay here and
that's no surprise. Wasn't that your plan, to secure the vote?
Okay, cool. Then we'll just see you later.
Well, he looks at you, he's like,
yeah, Kara looks really confused at Saye, like, what?
He's like,
oh, are we not telling him?
Yeah, is there something troubling you? He's like furrowing his brows and looking at you.
I guess I wasn't thinking of telling him what was going on. I was just going to tell him that we were going to leave.
Okay.
Because I think someone needs to stay here with Isolde and figure out the rest of. I mean, we don't know how long we're going to be gone.
Yeah, Kara's like, I'm glad we clarified. Then, Right. We'll let you get back to it. She just like turns and walks out.
Sarah is looking at the two of you just like, oh God, they're bad at this.
He again, he calls out. He's like, "Is there something bothering you? Clearly, there's something going on. You can tell me. Maybe I can help."
I like turn around and like say it to your ear. You know what? I don't know. Just whatever you want to do.
Kara like is about to like leave the tent, but she turns back around and looks at Sai. Is like, okay. So Kara like sighs heavily, walks up to Kristoff, and is like, look, we just got a message from Rem
From
via Ron.
Rem and Ron, was she here? And he like,
No.
Kara
she
like
wasn't.
immediately like holds up her hands, like sit down, like calm down, like she wasn't here. She sent Rana to tell us. Apparently they're in cahoots. I don't know. We'll have words about that later. But they have sent word that while we've been up here, there have been some really suspicious and mysterious drow activity at North Point, and it looks like they're assembling forces and they're up to something. Maybe planning to make a strike while the whole kingdom's up here. And so they said that we should go and deal with it somehow.
I'm just slightly confused as to why Rem would send this message to you specifically. Did she ask you to give it to one of us?
No. Rana said not to tell you. Because since the queen, since Zariel has been really tight with the drow recently and making deals with them, suspicion is on everybody.
Well, you certainly can't follow this advice then.
Because
we are here to broker a peace agreement, to play this by the rules. That's what we're here doing all this for. Rem has never agreed with that policy. If there's one way to spread dissension, it would be to distract you from our course, to perhaps make a move against the drow right when they're brokering a peace with the Sarina, which would destroy all chances the Sisters of Sorrow had of getting this approved.
Yeah, why do they hate us so much? I don't understand. It's like they're trying to work with the drow to like purposely fuck with us. I'm not into it.
I don't think that is the intention. The matter of the drow and the matter of the Serena is something separate to our case. It just appears to be unfortunate timing for you in particular.
I don't believe in unfortunate timing.
Well,
that's been our lives, kind of.
If I were you, I would not put much trust in this. Especially if it was just Rana who approached you. How do you even know this actually came from Rem?
Kara just openly shrugs.
Rem destroyed the leader for the organization that Rana works for. Why would they be allied? It makes no sense.
I don't know what their relationship was. I have my relationship to these people, and I trust Rem, and I trusted him in his sincerity at the moment when he was calling for our help. That's all I can tell you. I go with my gut, and you know what? It's been wrong before, so I don't know what to tell you. These people asked for our help, and I know we have this other mission at hand, but there's still a chance that something could happen.
Of course, well, you will do what you feel is best, but I warn you to be wary and to trust in what we're doing here. The path we're taking is the right one.
And Kara furrows her brow in deep consternation and is like, all right, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out.
All right. Well,
And she
will
kind
I
of,
be seeing you at the joust tomorrow?
Yeah.
Then I'll see you at our box.
yeah, and Kara motions to Farah inside to like, let's go, let's talk.
Yeah. We're going to go back to one of our tents.
Kristoff looks very concerned as you leave, and Valerius has been quiet through this whole conversation.
I didn't realize Valerius was there.
Oh, yeah.
How could we miss him?
He was flying around armor pieces.
Oh, was he? Yeah, I think as soon as we get into one of our tents, like Fair's just like, shit, guys, I didn't know there was gonna be this much drama when I signed up to be with you guys. This
Oh my
person
god,
gets
it's like
our
a middle
leader.
school.
Oh god, I thought I'd never have to go through this shit again. So I mean, I'm down for whatever. I think that it really has nothing to do with me, and I don't know these people, so whatever you guys want to do, like, I trust you guys. We had each other's backs before, so.
But I'm thinking the best option is maybe one stays here and two go with Ravane after the joust. I'm trying to be quiet when I say these things.
I mean, I've read a lot of books, and I'm not really a big on the split the party thing. I haven't read it go well very often. But I mean, how far away is this place? Do we have means to get back quickly if something goes wrong? I'm not a tactician, but I just
would help us get there, probably provide like a cart or something, a wagon.
Yeah, but how far away is it? Like, how many days travel? I don't want to get a message and then 3 days later I get there and somebody's dead.
So North Point, is a couple days away from the Elysium Keep, and from the Elysium Keep to here was about 2 weeks travel.
Woo!
Oh.
So you would have to find probably magical means to get up there quickly. You do know a lot of people who could probably make that happen for you.
Anyone know a druid? Who knows a tree?
Ronnie's a druid.
Can we just like blow his name into the wind and he'll pop up?
I don't know. I do, but you don't know. Rana could do it. Valerius could do it. Those are two. Well, you don't know if Rana can actually do it. You've seen Valerius do teleportation circle.
That's true. Oh no, that's right. You had wings.
Gidget's uncle Whizban could do it.
Get your girl's uncle up in here.
You've seen him do a teleportation circle. Rem and Rana seem to be able to move around
easily,
quickly.
It would be nice if we could just like have a way to get there and get back like instantly with magical means, and just be able to like scope it out and confirm if it's true or not, and then come back. I
really feel like, because I mean, if it's gonna take over 2 weeks, to get there with a cart, it doesn't seem like waiting 2 extra days is gonna matter. And if Ravane isn't gonna teleport a whole mercenary company up there, so I'm not really sure. Can't you do some like weird fate magic to figure out what the sisters want? Kara says to Farah. You're like a cleric or something, right?
I'm not a cleric. I'm a sorceress. I'm too jazzy to be a cleric. No, I can't do that. I have not seen or had a reply to my prayers from the sister until I had that weird vision. And then I got this thing, and I don't even know what it does yet. I'm supposed to get a present. I'm still waiting. So, I mean, I can pray on it, but I don't really think that's, they're just going to pop up in my dreams and be like, hey, bitch, what up? Yeah, let me tell you exactly what's up. That'd be great.
So here's the deal.
They've literally teleported us in the middle of battle. I mean, who fucking knows?
Are you fucking serious? We gotta sit down and have conversations at some point because...
Yeah, we fought this thing. It's called an anathema. It's like this six-headed snake. It was bananas. Life is so weird. Anyway.
Wow. Yeah, okay. Cool. The deities I've been worshiping like my whole life, just popping up and saying hello. That's neat. But yeah, I mean, I think that really the only way that I would feel comfortable doing anything up north without having backup would be a covert pop in, confirm, deny, and pop back. I don't want us, go the three of we're strong ladies, but I don't want to fight an army. I fought an army of bugs, and that was terrible. And those are small.
Real.
But I mean, I'm new. I don't know. I'm not a tactician, like I said, and I'll trust your guys' judgment. I mean, you guys are really cool, and you seem to know a lot of stuff. So,
I don't. What's your opinion, Sae?
I mean, that all makes sense. It's just the smart move. Can just one of us go, pop in, pop back, and report?
Who?
I would do it. They're looking for me anyway.
Kara, I think that you are not the person because A, you wear a lot of armor and are loud. And B,
she visibly guffaws at that.
And B, if they are looking for you and they want to capture you by any means, you are not going alone. You would at least have to go with one other person. That's not how teams work. I'm not throwing you out there and just dangling you in front of them.
I mean, whatever. Hashtag story of my life.
Do also keep in mind, none of you are certain how you would achieve this. You would definitely need somebody to help you. And picking who would help you would, I mean, you're going to have to tell this person why. So.
I mean, Valerius seems chill as hell, and he was being really quiet, and I don't know if it was because he was nervous about our choice or if he had some differing opinions from Kristoff, but didn't want to create chaos where there already was some. So...
yeah, Valerius is a smart dude. I would be interested to hear his input.
I love that this is the talk to all the NPCs until you run out of dialogue options episode.
Yes.
No, only video games.
Yeah. We're in a BioWare game now, kids.
I picked the cheeky option.
Yeah, we have to consult all of our companions. Yeah.
And then once we get there, we have to convince them to also bring us back in order to report. So
yeah.
Here's the thing. If we know a druid, I think it would be better than taking somebody who can do a teleportation circle because those take time. And we need somebody who can just get us out of there, whoever ends up going. So do we know any druids?
I mean, Rana was the only one that I know off the top of my head.
I'm absolutely for meeting this druid. He sounds great and handsome.
All right. I guess let's figure out how to find him. He was wearing like this like weird cloak thing with this big black hood, which I don't understand. Like, if you're trying to be like inconspicuous, why wouldn't you dress like a normal person? Wearing like the big hood and everything makes you really conspicuous. That's just me.
I don't disagree.
Are there a lot of robed people in the crowds?
There's all kinds of people in the crowds. It's
Just
really
too many
hot,
people.
so there actually aren't that many people in big ass cloaks, but
Well, Rana probably just has like a little thin layer of cool air flowing
yeah,
around
he's
his body.
constantly
at all
has air
times.
conditioning on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the dream.
Oh god, I'm so envious.
It really is glistening. It's not sweat.
Really. Right. Yeah, so I guess let's go out and just try and walk around and find him.
Sure. Does somebody want to give me like an Arcana check, or
I'm good
maybe
at that.
just what you've seen, what you know, who you might be able to talk to about this?
That should be fair, right?
Arcana or nature, or I'd even give you.
Oh, what about the Ifrit? Because that's where like Rems allegedly had showed up last time at that bar.
Yeah. So Chasiana is about a day and a half away from here.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're so far away.
I mean, that's still faster than 2 weeks.
Ravain does seem to think in 2 days you could get there. You didn't press him why, but
Oh, I thought it meant that we were leaving in 2 days.
Yeah, and then it would take 2 weeks.
Yeah.
he seemed to think if you could leave in 2 days, you could get there real quick and meet mercenaries at North Point, is what he said.
Oh, okay. All right. I totally misunderstood that then. Got it.
He didn't elaborate, but he is also one of the 7 dukes that rule the entire continent. So
Oh yeah,
he has
he's
some
probably got
too.
resources. Yeah.
Well, then let's just stick to the original plan and go with him first to his place. Because since that's what we were going to do,
Okay.
we'll probably maybe have an easier time finding someone magical to teleport us from there and check things out.
Yeah, I'm fine with waiting to go with Ravain and everyone. His entourage.
Yeah,
Great.
I think that's what we shall do.
All right.
All right.
So
Nice.
it is nighttime. Tomorrow is the joust. You know, there will be 2 days of jousting before Ravain can leave. Is there anything else you wanted to do tonight?
I still want to look around for Rana because he sounds cute.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, you can definitely, walk, do some circles around the camp. You look around. You're not seeing anyone matching that description. Everybody else kind of, drifts away to do their own thing. And like when you make another circle back around camp, you see Valerius is like seated at the table, kind of in the dark by himself, sort of tapping his claws on the edge of the tabletop.
She'll sit down with him and be like, "You seem agitated. Tell me what's going on."
I think perhaps you should tell me what's going on.
Well, Valerius, I don't know that much. All I know is that apparently some hot guy went and talked to Saye about some lady named Rem, who's apparently very important. And it seems like there's some bad drow people and we should stop them. I what are you looking for? Like, I'm not really a secret keeper.
Perhaps I'm looking for an opinion. We are all tangled up in this, all of us. And you are new. You don't have any biases. You only know what you've seen. So what does your intuition tell you?
I think that it seems silly to not check up on any lead that has potential to be true. I don't necessarily think that it's smart to go in just rushing it, but I don't think that it seems like a situation that we should cast off just because it might not be true based on the source. That's too serious of a claim to not look into.
Fair enough. I myself am having trouble figuring all of this out. I came to the Sisters of Sorrow because of Rem. My loyalty lies with her. I do not pretend to believe in these gods of fate. I never have. And yet, they haven't kicked me out.
And I don't think she would do something that childish to just fucking lie about a possible attack.
Agreed.
To get us to run away from something she just disagrees with.
Rem does not always tell the whole truth. But when she speaks, it is important. She keeps many secrets. But I don't see why she would openly lie about this. If one of you would like to see, I can do that. I can take one of you for a time, shortly there.
Okay.
I'm happy to go. I volunteer if anyone else has. I volunteer as tribute if anyone else doesn't have a strong opinion as to why they should or I shouldn't go.
Kara looks at Farah and is like, well, clearly I'm not allowed to go, so.
I mean, I can't stop you. I ain't your mom, but it's just my opinion. My one thing is that if it is Drow, Saya, you don't have dark vision.
We will not be physically there. Perhaps I should clarify.
That's even better. That makes me feel a lot better about this whole thing.
Ooh, so we don't even really need to teleport? What are you doing?
I can step through time and space for a moment and bring one of you with me. We may see what is going on from another place.
Fucking astral projecting? What is going on here? Wow.
Pretty sick. I'm super stoked for that. Let's do it.
Would you mind watching our bodies for a time? He looks at Kara and Farah.
Yeah.
And Kara straightens up. Yeah, of course.
Perhaps we should not do this in the open. And he stands up and goes towards the tent.
All right.
Yeah, it's like a level 9 spell.
Hilarious is the shit. He's my favorite NPC.
So he goes and he immediately takes over this tent and kind of stares at the ground for a while before pushing furniture out from the center of the room. And he has a bag with him. So when he sat down, he had a bag full of stuff. And he begins to pull out candles and chalk and starts making this intricate arcane circle on the floor and whispering something as he walks in a counterclockwise direction in front of this. And suddenly you see all the candles flare with a green light and you swear it draws in the actual natural light of the tent around it and illuminates into, again, this sickly sort of green. And you see the lines of this circle begin to pulse with the same kind of power. And he offers a hand out to you, Saye.
Give him my hand.
All right. And as you do so, you see he takes a big step into the center circle, stepping over the passageway. And Kara and Farah, as he does so, you just see his form drop. to the ground, limp.
Oh shit.
I go to catch them and like gently
Yeah.
lay them on the ground.
Yeah. Do you step in, Saye?
Bad timing.
Sleepy time.
She falls
Yeah.
unconscious.
I kind of like look back at Card. I'm like, you got me, right?
Yeah, of course I do.
Cool. See you on the other side. And I'll step through.
Sure. And
Sorry.
Saye goes limp in your arms, Kara. And Saye, the world changes so quickly and dramatically, and it's not just a sight sensation. It's a feeling of becoming lesser. Like if there was a missed version of yourself. Like you have to think about yourself, and as you do, like the image slips away and you have to like spend effort keeping the molecules of your body together because the mist around you just wants to merge with what you are. And as you look at the world, it's all gray and swirling. And if you focus in, you begin to see outlines of things. You see a tent and you see your companions, but you don't really see them. It's like they're chalked in these like neon blue edges and outlines. And the more you focus, the more you can just see the outlines, and then you have to remember to keep your molecules together again. And standing next to you, you see the outline of a form that you know is Valerius, but it only looks vaguely like him. And he's still holding your hand in the space, so you are two, like, electric blue lines in the middle of this misty universe here. And he says something to you. And it takes you a while to realize because your ears aren't there, right? So you have to focus your mind to hear what he's saying. And in this quiet whisper, are you ready to jump?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
All right. And
I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah. And he squishes your hand, and you don't really feel it so much as you see those pulses of light, like, intertwine with yours. And you feel this forward motion, and everything around you flickers, and you're no longer in a tent. It's like you just jumped like 500 feet in front of you. So now you're outside. You see the outlines of trees and hills, that very familiar landscape of the Mother's Delta, and he moves forward again, and you jump, except this time you've gone further, and you see yourself on these shifting plains, these outlines, just these like magic sparkles surrounding you of this strange reality. Like you're not in the material plane anymore. This is a totally bizarre experience, and you jump forward one more time, and you know you're underground somewhere. You can feel that before you can even see it. Just those blue lines, this oppressive cavern weight above you, and you begin to see many, many forms and outlines. And as you focus in, you see there are drow, there are Duergar, which are sort of these gray-skinned dwarves that seem to be working and shackled, moving about this large, large cavern. They seem to be mining something. And at its center, there's this giant pillar that looms up. And at its base, you can see, this is deep, deep in a mountain, you can see a pool of lava very distantly away from you, and these bridges have been constructed, and these Duergar and all these other enslaved races are working to do something, moving these carts and ore, and you see that many of them are chipping away at this central pillar. Just rows and rows of them chipping away and dumping the material into the lava below. And Valerius stands there for a moment, allowing you to take all of this in.
Holy shit. Do we know exactly what we're underneath right now?
We could find out. And you feel that motion again, and you jump. And this time you're above. You're no longer in the cavern. You are standing on the mountainside of where you are. This mountain range that borders the plains, it's known as the Teeth. So you're standing essentially on top of the world, and you see this large desert stretch out, this desert that turns into an ocean that you helped create as you look down over all of this. And you see North Point, the fortress of it there, like nestled just at the base of this mountain. the mountain where all of this activity is taking place here. And you begin to see, dotting in the hills up above you, there are camps. Camps that are filled with drow, with slaves, all around the top of this mountain point here. And you're standing amidst them, essentially, as they stare down onto North Point.
Wow. So, I mean, we have to go then. She tries to thought speak to Valerius.
Yeah, and he says, "It does seem true. I want to see what they're building." A moment.
Let's go.
And you jump, and you go back down. And this time you go down much further than you were before, past this cavern with a pillar. And it's an odd sensation. As you look around, you see nothing. And it takes you a moment to realize you are in a place of complete pitch darkness. And you hear legs, like the scratching of chitinous legs all around. And you hear dark whispers in Elvish from around you. And there's a roar. And you jump again. And you jump, and you jump, and you jump, and you find yourselves waking up back, and your body is on the floor of this tent.
What? What the hell? What did you see?
It's true. I mean, there's so many fucking drow there, and I couldn't see what the last part was. It was completely dark. Did you see what they were building, Valerius?
And he's looking, and I'm afraid. And I think that's where we're gonna cut today.
It's already that time? Oh my god.
This is a politics episode. Everybody have so many feelings. Not
So
what I thought
stressful.
it was gonna be, but this was awesome, guys.
So mood.
Jeez.
How we doing? How we feeling?
Nervous.
Breathe. I need to relax.
I need a drink.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I definitely need another drink after this. Well, thank you, everybody, so much for coming and hanging out. Chat was lit tonight, and y'all are amazing, and we love seeing you. And Brittany will be back next time, we promise. But it was so nice. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. You're amazing. Wow. Good episode, man. Whew. Okay.
Hey, man.
Such intrigue.
Such problems. All right, well, such problems. I have been your dungeon master, Celeste Conowitch.
I've been your human monk, Nassim Etimad. Very heart-wrenched.
And today, I have been Cara Brynhilde, the ever-loyal follow chain of command barbarian.
Maybe not anymore.
And I've been playing Farah, the tiefling sorcerer, who's just trying to get a date.
Well,
Just trying to find some cool people to spend some cool time with.
Some flowing chest hair, yes, please.
yes. I know you didn't get to see Rana. Heartbreaking. Maybe next time.
One day.
One day. But that's been our show, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. And of course, until next time, venture away! Venture away, everybody.
That one was so good.
Same.
Bye.